rest of it. It's called suspending your
disbelief.
Thank you. Okay. You answered every question so far.
Yeah,
She's a show off.
the show.
Well,
But you knew that.
okay.
But he knew
So-
that.
I love it. Suspending your disbelief. Merriam-Webster actually has a definition for that. It's when you are willing to allow oneself to believe something that seems to be true, even if it is impossible. And so we're going to explore the suspending of your disbelief this evening, if you will, taking a trip in the area of the impossible. So I wanted to have background music. Is anybody here familiar with the Northern Roots? Okay, so I went to them. They were doing a rehearsal. I found out where they were. I went and I said, I would like to buy a vocal ensemble. Thought that would be great, 4 or 5 people back here singing. And they said, you mean a choir? And I said, all right, I would like to acquire a vocal ensemble. Thank you. So Jonathan, I'm going to ripple through these cards. You tell me when to stop, okay? Now, okay, look at the card. You sure you've got it? Okay, here's the hardest part. You've got to remember the card. I don't mean personally like it's hard. And you probably have a pretty good memory. But just to be safe, that mental screen in your head, I want you to kind of project it out here somewhere, wherever you're comfortable with seeing it. And I want you to project a picture of that card onto the screen, and underneath it, we'll call it the blank of blank.
Right.
Obviously, it's not the blank of blank. It is a name and a suit. Okay, so picture, drive it in. The reason this is so important is because if you don't remember this, it'll have been a supreme waste of time for all these people sitting there. And while they look like a friendly group, you never can tell. They might turn on you. Okay, now, hey. I'm going to take this deck, and I'm going to throw it. I'm going to toss it. I'm not going to throw it. I'm going to toss it into the audience. I'm going to ask 3 people to stand. You, sir, if you would, right here. Yes, between me and Gary Batcher. That would be you. Would you stand, please? And we need to get someone else. Pat, would you help me? Stand up. And I need someone over here. How about this young man at your table, Juan? Would you help us, please? And you help with this? Okay. So here's what's going to happen. I'm going to toss this deck to you. When I do, well, that's why the rubber bands. Pretty safe. Oh! I'm going to have to remember that for the next show. I'm going to toss this to you. When I toss it, we're going to do something a little different. They saw a multitude of images. I don't know if you paid any attention to Anne, but she was like, I thought we were going to run out of cards before we got her to say stop. So, with you, I want to do something that's different. With you, I want you to do the following. And we'll start with this gentleman over here. I'm going to toss the deck to you. When you receive it, I want you to turn it so the rubber band edge is facing me. I want you to put it face down. And then don't go like that and have a half a dozen impressions I'm supposed to keep up with. Just lift the deck, look at the card. Okay? Okay. Okay? Lock it into your mind. So if you're ready, I'll call it off to you. And then you can toss it back to me. I'll tell you, I'll step closer. All right. We good here? Maybe. The whole idea of these rubber bands is they were time and labor saving devices. Keep them from coming out and mixing with the boy below. Okay. Ready? Here we go. And, good. Okay, rubber bands toward me, face down, grab it, the rear by the thumb, look at one card. Good. Toss it over here to this lady. So, here's what I want you to do. Stand. And put your left palm on my right. And yes. And your right palm on my left. Yes. Great. Otherwise, it just forward. Think about, let's work on color. Think about color. Think about color. It's either red or black, obviously. If it's red, think of something hot, like Seattle.
Oh, now.
I never thought I would say that. Okay, hot is Seattle, and cold, black, would be a trip to the top of Cotopaxi. Notice that little subliminal way that we eased into the green steps. Okay. Okay, you can drop your hands. Red and black. So far, so good. All right, let's go a little deeper. Oh, diamonds and clubs. And the queen of diamonds and the three of clubs. Thank I'm going to name the images that I'm getting. If you hear your card named, sit down. Eight of hearts, king of diamonds, queen of spades. I know something about you. You like to keep an eye on things, check stuff out. Would that be fair to say? Maybe. All right, here's what I want you to do. Take the envelope. It's got a business card in it. Hold it up to the light and make sure that you can you see the image of the business card? Not even the image. Okay, so that means you also can't see anything that's written on the business card. Okay, I'll take the envelope back. I'll give you this pen. The reason that she couldn't is because there is another envelope inside that one. And inside this is the business card, which was promised. Here you go. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to think of a word, a small word. Cat, dog is too small and too popular. So something like 5 or 6 letters. Okay? I'm going to turn away. I want you to write, actually print. The images come through a lot better. And the reason that people do this, I've had others ask, why do you have people write stuff or print stuff? There's 2 reasons. With skeptics, it's especially important to make this skeptic proof. Otherwise, you get somebody, when you name whatever word they have, they say things like, oh, no, I can't remember. Or, oh, no, that's not the word. It was this other word. So now we have a little something to keep all the skeptics in line. Sorry about that. Okay. So here's what I want you to do. Think of that 5 or 6 letter word. I'll walk over here. There's no reflection that I can tell in the glass, but I'm going to close my eyes and put my hand over it. I want you to do the following. On the back side of the card, because the front side is black and the ink would never make the kind of impression that I need, I want you to print boldly in the middle of the card, properly oriented, face up, face down kind of stuff. I want you to print the word that you have. You do have a word in mind, do you not?
Yes.
Okay. Would you print that? And once you're finished, tell me.
Finished.
Finished. Now, what I want you to do is to make sure that I will not see the card when I turn around. I won't be able to see whatever it is you printed on the back of the card. Okay, you're safe in that? I forgot to make that disclaimer one time. I turned around, the person's holding the card there like this. It went from being mind reading to just reading. So, here's what I want you to do. Just slide it into the envelope and drive it all the way home. Tuck it in there firmly, nicely. All right. Now what I'm going to do is I am going to put it where they are hard to get in sometimes. Put it in this envelope. Oh, would you give it a lick? Oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm kidding. Absolutely. There. Now, I want you to, bear with me a minute. I want you to think of the first letter of the word. First of all, I'll ask you, because a lot of people don't understand the difference, and I think you do. You printed a word, correct? You did. Think of the first letter. Concentrate, Debbie. Concentrate. Are you thinking of the first letter? Okay. Oh, you're on to the second letter. Okay, let's go with that. I like that idea. We'll see what happens. All right. No, I don't think that's right, so I'm not going to put myself out here. But I will ask you to name the first letter.
T.
I think I got pretty close.
Whoa.
Thank you, Debbie. So, are you all ready over there? You've decided who's who? Yep. You have one more thing to do. Between the four of you, one of you is going to be Mr. or Ms. X.
Okay.
Okay? Decide amongst yourselves who that person is, and you can just, I'll tell you the next part. Once you make the decision, let me know. Have you decided? One of you will be Mr. or Ms. X. Have you decided?
Yeah.
You've decided. Okay, now, so the audience understands, I want you to demonstrate if you are a truth teller, thumbs up. If you are a liar, thumbs down. And if you are Mr. or Ms. X, you can just proudly pound your chest.
You did it. You want us to do that?
Yes, I want you to tell everybody by way of signs so that I wouldn't be able to know what's going on. 2 liars, thumbs up. 2 liars, thumbs down. 2 truth tellers, thumbs up. And 1 who is Mr. or Ms. X. And tell me when you've demonstrated that to the audience.
Okay.
Everybody? Okay. Just not them sleep. Are you the murderer? Okay. See how easy that was? Are you the murderer?
But you tell the truth.
Are you the murderer? Well, then we know who the murderer is. Because don't say the answer, but it's patently obvious that you are wanting to say yes. Am I correct? That you would have answered yes.
Yes.
Which makes me wonder a little bit about a guy who would need attention so much as to why about being a murderer of all things. So I do appreciate it, and if my investigation would allow me the time, you and I would have serious discussions about your impeding my investigation. However, all I can say is you're a liar, and you are not the murderer, and you may take your seat.